So far, we've learnt how to draw the treble clef by moving from dot to dot. What we're going to look at now is how to draw the treble clef freehand. What is important to know about the treble clef is that it's sometimes referred to as the G clef. And for that reason, the first part of the treble clef, the first curl, must encircle the second line, which will then become the G note. We all start the curl from here, and we need to move the curl in such a way that it touches the third line, the middle line. Bring it round so that it touches the first line, and then curl around the side like so. I'm going to shadow these shapes that I've got here. So touch the third line, touch the first line, and bring it round. Touch the third line, touch the first line, and bring it round. Students might then, having shadowed that a number of times, might want to have a go themselves. Touch the third line, touch the first line, and bring it round. And they can use the space to practice doing that. What will then happen is that the treble clef will be brought round, and you can see where we're going from here. Now, to get this part correct, this is where a number of students go wrong. I always tell students to imagine that there is a wall there, an imaginary wall. And as you're bringing your treble clef round, you press the line up against the wall. And then you can practice doing that by shadowing the next diagram like so, and the third. These tend to look a little bit like noses actually. And then the student might want to have a go at doing that themselves. Once that is done, then it's quite easy to do the rest of the treble clef. And what we now do is we bring the curl, press it up against the wall, loop it at the top, cut it in half, and a hook at the bottom. Curl, press it up against the wall, loop it at the top, cut it in half, and a hook at the bottom. And then, once they've done that any number of times that they want to do, the student can have a go at doing it themselves. Curl, press it up against the wall, loop it at the top, cut it in half, and a hook at the bottom. And that is how we draw the treble clef. There are two mistakes, common mistakes, that students make when drawing the treble clef, particularly young students. The first of them is that they do not encircle the second line properly. So very often what we'll get is something like this, where drawing the first curl doesn't meet the third line, nor the first line. And so it's not properly encircling the second line. The other thing that they might do is they will go over the line, like so. And again, that creates confusion as to which line is supposed to be being encircled. I'll even get something like this sometimes with students where they've encircled the wrong line completely. And strictly speaking, that is not a treble clef because it's not encircling the second line. Another mistake that students will make is that they don't press the line up against the wall. So very often, even if they do get the curl right, they might do something like this, where the line is going too far to the left. And that creates a problem because it's then hard to draw the line through the middle. It goes all over the place like so. So, just to recap, to draw the treble clef properly, draw the curl to meet the middle line, meet the first line, bring it round, press it up against the imaginary wall, loop it at the top, cut it in half, and a hook at the bottom.